She fell very ill during her performance last night and then went to a hospital.
Megan Thee Stallion had people seriously worried last night after she got rushed to the hospital right in the middle of her Broadway performance. This was not some small pause or quick break either. She was literally on stage, performing, and then suddenly had to be pulled off because she got very sick. It got even more intense when the fire department had to show up at the theater because she was having trouble breathing. The show had just started and everything seemed normal at first. She stepped out for the opening scenes, the crowd was locked in, and then everything just stopped out of nowhere. Staff came out looking stressed, apologized to the audience, and told everyone to stay seated while Megan disappeared backstage. Then things got even more serious when her hairstylist went on X and asked people to pray for her, saying the whole team was at the hospital with her. So at that point, people already knew this was not something small. This was serious. Doctors said it was extreme exhaustion and dehydration, which explains why everything went left so fast. The good news is she has already been treated, discharged, and is now back home resting. She is expected to return to the stage this Thursday, which sounds quick, but it shows she is pushing through. Now, here is where things get more interesting because a lot of people did not even realize what Megan has been working on lately. Back in February, she announced she was stepping into Broadway with a role in Moulin Rouge, and this was not just some random part either. She was cast as the host and owner of the Moulin Rouge nightclub, which is a major role with a lot of pressure on it.
No, this is so crazy. Moulin Rouge, and then the first thing on Broadway I ever do is the iconic Moulin Rouge.
I mean, talk to me about
And as Ziedler. As the first woman Ziedler ever.
To be fair, that role has always been played by men, including Boy George, Wayne Brady, and Bob the Drag Queen, so her stepping into that spot definitely had people talking. That role has always gone to a man, and Megan stepped in and made history as the first woman to ever play that character, not just on Broadway, but in any Moulin Rouge production anywhere. That alone had people locked in and watching closely. She officially debuted on March 24th, and the reaction was immediate because when her casting got announced, ticket sales did not just rise, they more than tripled overnight. The show even started mixing in her own music, so the audience was getting savage and Body performed live on stage, which made everything feel bigger and louder. When you really look at everything she has been taking on, this is still a whole new lane for her, and it is a lot to carry at once. It is not shocking that things caught up to her because her career really flipped in a major way. She went from touring and recording straight into Broadway without slowing down, and that is a huge shift on its own. A lot of people don't even realize how physically draining Broadway really is. Performers are doing 8 live shows every single week, nonstop, singing, acting, and moving on stage night after night. That kind of schedule puts serious pressure on your body and can wear anyone down fast. So it is honestly not shocking that she ended up hitting a wall. Right now, she is not performing, but when she steps back on that stage, she is expected to come back strong. At the end of the day, it is a good sign that she recovered quickly, and everything is still lined up for her. She did not have to walk away from the role, and that alone says a lot about how things turned out. Fans were definitely shaken after hearing what went down, and social media lit up fast with people sending prayers and trying to figure out what really happened. You had people saying things like, she works too hard, and others pointing out how fast her schedule has been moving lately. It turned into a whole conversation about how intense the industry can get when someone is constantly on the go. At the same time, there were people giving her credit for even stepping into something this demanding in the first place. Going from music stages to Broadway is not a simple switch, and she still showed up and delivered while she could. Now, all eyes are on her return, because people are expecting that same energy, if not even bigger, when she steps back out there. What really has people talking now is what this moment says about how far she has come in such a short time. One minute she is dominating charts and touring, and the next she's taking over a Broadway stage and making history while doing it. That kind of jump is not normal, and it comes with a level of pressure most people do not even see from the outside. Behind the scenes, this kind of schedule can push anyone to their limit, especially when you're trying to prove yourself in a whole new space. Every performance matters. Every night counts, and there's barely any time to slow down. So while the situation was scary, it also pulled back the curtain on just how intense her grind has been lately, and why her team is now being extra careful moving forward. But now the real question is how people actually feel about this whole situation. Do you think Megan has been pushing herself too hard with this kind of schedule? Or is this just part of reaching that next level in her career? And be honest, could you even handle a routine like that with a nonstop shows, pressure, and no real breaks? A lot of people are split on this because some see it as dedication, while others see it as burnout waiting to happen. Either way, this moment definitely got people thinking and talking. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is one of those situations where opinions are all over the place. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone who has been keeping up with Megan. Stay locked in, and I will catch you in the next one.